Melaku Tadese, Rahel's uncle, is also an offended groom. He didn't like the way Rahel ran off and isn't always willing to talk about the matter.
For me, it was a surprise when Rahel left me. From the time she was little, I treated her as if she were my daughter. Her parents agreed to the marriage, and the dowry was not a small one. This marriage was in everyone's interest. She won't be able to find what I offered her anywhere: a house, money, a secure life. If you like, you can ask my wife.
Melaku is a rich trader in the city of Harar. His father and grandfather were also traders. He belongs to one of the families that made Harar a strategic point along the caravan routes which joined the coast of Somalia with the highlands of Ethiopia. The same families which for centuries prevented any infidel who might endanger both pocketbook and spirit from entering the city.
I have never hit her, as other men do. She goes out with her friends whenever she likes and wants for nothing. She has everything a woman could want.
If it had been my choice, I would have let her choose a husband, but women can't decide in this matter. What Rahel did isn't right, but as a mother, I want her to come back. I hope she comes back. We miss her. She's a good friend who took part in everything we did. She was always making up stories and we had a lot of fun.
What most Harar women want is to marry a good man who will give them a good dowry. Love will come with time. This is less important. The important thing is to make a good marriage.
I married for love. Rahel suffered a lot. I can't imagine marrying a man I didn't love. I would have done the same thing.
I don't wish Rahel ill, but I'm sure that she's not having a good time there in Addis Ababa. She had no right to do what she did. She had no right.
Nobody knows how painful it is for your daughter to leave home so young. Her father doesn't forgive her, but I do. She'll always be my daughter.
I don't know where she is, and I don't want to know.
You know, my dream is to be Japanese, to be hostess. For that, I'm learning this language. If I finish this language, after three months, I take a course. If I finish 2 years, I become a hostess. I want to see Europe and America. If I see the plane in the sky, I dream that.
One woman, one problem. Two women, two problems. That's what some friends say. But I have two wives and no problems. Sia is my first wife. She's the mother of my two children. And Ntata is my second wife, the younger one. We've only been married a year, and thank God they get along very well.
Konadaga is a small Bozo fishing village in the area of Mopti on the banks of the Niger River. The Bozo are an anchor for the traditional world of the river, and polygamy is a common and deeply entrenched custom among the local population. In West Africa, 30% of men are polygamists.
I told her, I think the housework is beginning to get too much for you by yourself, and a second wife could help you. This seemed like a good idea to Sia.
Furu began to get dressed up when he came home from work and spent more time away from home than before. I asked him about it, and he always told me he was at a friend's house. But in the village, people said that he was looking for a second wife. When he spoke to me directly, I told him, fine, that's okay. If it really is for the good of the family and for your happiness, it's fine. But you have to accept one condition. I don't want her to become your favorite and take my place. I get along well with my older sister, with Furu's first wife. I agreed to become his second wife because that's what my parents wanted, but I asked him to treat me the same as Sia, without distinguishing between the two of us.
Furu works building boats. This activity keeps almost all the men occupied during the entire morning and brings in the money that sustains the village. The wood is obtained from the eucalyptus, from the areas south of the Niger.
There were several underlying reasons that led me to decide to take a second wife. There are times when the first wife gets sick, or for example, when she gave birth. You can't sleep with her for at least a year and a half in case she gets pregnant again. What do I do then? I'm not an adulterer, and I don't want to become one. The second reason is love, which for me is also very important. And yes, there's something of love in this decision.
If a man of a certain age takes a second wife, the friends his own age will too. Men are like that. They feel inferior if they don't have the same thing as the man next to them.
Singing accompanies all of the daily chores, including gathering the excrement that will be used for fuel. Sia and Ntata work together on smoking the fish that Furu catches. They try to accumulate as much as possible, so that once a week they can go to market and sell it.
At first, I didn't know anything. My village is very close by, and when Furu came to talk to my father, I'm sure that as soon as he saw me, he decided that I would be his second wife. I was happy to be the second wife, because very often this one is the man's favorites. My older sister is very good to me. I still don't have children, but I take care of Sías as if they were my own.